honey on those little golden grahams. A kiss of golden honey makes you smile and wanna say, tastes like honey, graham crackers, crispy, crunchy all the way. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a golden graham day.
Tastes like crisp little honey graham crackers.
Part of this good, nutritious breakfast.
A kiss of golden honey makes you smile and wanna say, oh yeah, it's gonna be a golden graham day.
Now, from one of the most exciting and popular groups in musical history and the greatest concert tour of all time, comes the most unique and entertaining concert souvenir ever offered, the Jacksons' official Victory Tour Video Music Watch. This amazing limited edition 5-function watch gives you the hour and minute, the day and date, and even has a seconds display. Plus, it has this flashing visual display of the fabulous Jacksons and plays the Jacksons' latest smash hit single, Body, from their triple platinum best-selling album and record-setting Victory Tour. But that's not all, because the specially designed package it comes in is really a full-color 6x9.5 official mini poster of the Jacksons in concert. They're going fast, so order your Jacksons watch now before they all disappear.
Get the fabulous Jacksons Video Music Watch and mini poster by calling 1-800-543-3600 or by sending $19.99 to Jacksons Musical Watch, P.O. Box 7000, Department N, Providence, Rhode Island, 02940. It's the perfect souvenir for every Jacksons fan, so order now.
Watching Nickelodeon. The exciting adventures of Belle and Sebastian are next. But first, this.
If Nickelodeon could only have one program, we'd take a little from each show and call it Whiz-a-Mousy Rocks About Pow on TV and show it once a day. But Nickelodeon has lots of great shows at all times of the day. And if you send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, we'll send you Nickelodeon's incredibly informative program guide. Write to Nickelodeon, Department G, 1133 6th Avenue, New York, New York, 10036. Do it today. This weekend on Special Delivery, Nick's got the double dud.
What you're seeing will probably be the newest sport going into the 1988 Olympics.
Watch this weekend when 4 incredible young athletes go for a Guinness World Record. They call themselves Black Magic. Saturday at 2, 1 Central. A Special Delivery on Nickelodeon.
1, 2, 3. It's time for the next word of mine. Nickelodeon.
Hang out every afternoon with Nickelodeon's newest comedy.
I need a counselor.
Hanging in.
Here's your idea of homework. I'm going to bury myself in my book.
All right, girls. Let's get our ducks in a row.
I am attracted to medicine.
Oh, research?
Nurses.
Hanging in. You can check in every weekday at 5, 4 Central. Nowhere else but Nickelodeon.
Snap-a-zoo, snap-a-zoo, look at all things we can make with you. Make a bear, make a pig, make an elephant too. Snap-a-zoo.
Kids will have hours and hours of fun discovering all the different creatures hiding in their Snap-a-zoo. They can create over 25 lovable animals like elephants, turtles, and foxes, or let their imaginations run wild, making new ones nobody's ever seen before. The Snap-a-zoo toy is made of high-quality velvet soft velour and can easily be mailed as a gift, tucked away for travel, or hidden under a pillow. As an educational toy, Snap-a-zoo provides valuable hours of creative playtime. So order yours today.
Look at all things we can make with you. Snap-a-zoo.
To order now, use your credit card and call toll-free 1-800-554-3000. Or send check or money order for $12.95 plus $3 shipping and handling to Snap-a-zoo, Box 1248, Franklin, Tennessee. Another quality product from Direct Video Marketing, Nashville, Tennessee.
Here we go again. Another fabulous liquidation sale from Urban General. We're liquidating our inventory of 500,000 video games at incredible savings. You get this video game package for use on Atari 2600 and Sears Telegames video arcade systems. Journey Escape, Towering Inferno, Infiltrate, Space Jockey, and Space Cavern. A retail value of $135, but we're zapping that price by $115. That's right. Buy this video game package direct for only $19.95. the guaranteed lowest price in America, or we'll refund double the difference to you if you see this same package advertised for less.
To order, use your credit card and call toll-free 1-800-582-7000.
Another picture page.
Picture pages, lots of fun with picture pages, lots of fun with crayons and with pencils. You can play with picture pages, fill your day with picture pages, till Bill Cosby does another picture page with you.
To order your picture pages, send $1 for your monthly issue to cover the cost of publishing, postage, and handling to Picture Pages, Box 720, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15230.
Picture pages, fill your day with picture pages, till Bill Cosby does another picture page with you.
How many adventures can you have in 3 hours? Find out on National Geographic Explorer, every Sunday on Nickelodeon.
Who's that?
Hey, I bet you can't say Flobby Flat Fruit Snacks from Sunkist. The Flobby Flat What? Sunkist fruit rolls are made with real fruit. And they're real fun to eat. Flip-flop fruit snacks from Sunkist. But if you ask for fruit rolls, you may not get Sunkist. So you can just say the Frosty Fruit Snacks of Sunkist. Sunkist fruit rolls.
From out of this world comes the Sky-Fi Solar Radio. It's the amazing new private earphone sound system that only you can hear. It's so advanced, it doesn't use batteries or electricity. It gets its power from the sun. Now you can enjoy hands-free solar-powered music, listen to sporting events, catch the latest news and weather, and tune in all your favorite programs, no matter where you are. Sky-Fi comes in your choice of 3 all-American colors and adjusts instantly to any size for a perfect no-slip fit. The Sky-Fi Solar Radio Visor. At the incredible low price of only $24.99, it's light years ahead of its time.
To order, call toll-free 1-800-543-3600. To save COD charges, use your credit card or send $24.99 to FM Radio.
Testing the mic. Testing the mic. It's Saturday night. We're live. Saturday night. Use another device to choose a password key. There's no match password key. See. Time for that. Welcome, guys, to the live stream tonight. We've got a good show for you. We got an interview with Craig Miller. Who is Craig Miller? Fan. Let me find out his actual title. Director of Fan Relations. I don't have to look it up. at Lucasfilm from about 1977 to 1980. This guy is responsible for drooling here. This guy is responsible for the Star Wars fan club, the Underoos commercial, Star Wars appearing on Sesame Street at least twice. What else is he responsible for? Just promoting Star Wars, getting it out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now you ask yourself, where's Russ? Where is our buddy Russ? Well, Russ is sick. He's got AIDS. No, let's see what he's got. He was sick for Halloween. We had to cancel a Halloween show. Let me see what he's actually got. Let me see. He's actually got a disease. Heads up, my wife has respiratory virus. Oh, they all have it. The whole family has it. He said he can come if I want him to. And I said, don't you get over here and get me sick. Don't come over and get me sick. So I told him to lay off tonight. I said, I can handle this interview right here. We're going to try to make it up next Saturday, which I've been trying to get back on that Saturday schedule anyway. So that should be fun. Let me do something real quick. I'm trying to log in on my other computer here, and it keeps making me do all these other, oh, this happened. Okay, yes, it's me. Yes, it's me. I tell you that all the time. But no, Russ, let me know. Hope the live stream's going good. But I figure we come on here, we still have a little fun for about an hour, and then we'll have Craig Miller at 9 o'clock. If you're here, you're thinking, oh my God, where's Craig Miller? Craig, where are you? He's not going to come on till about 9 o'clock. So we're just going to hang out, hang loose. The coronavirus, the Cornelia virus, get well soon. Hey, I tell you what I'll do. I'll do this just for Russ. Any super chats tonight, I will give to Russ also. I will give to Russ also. Because usually if I'm solo, I keep the super chat money, although YouTube takes 30%. So I'll do that. I'll still split a Russ. Because if you want to ask Craig Miller a question, you want to make sure I see it, super chat that question in, and I will make sure I ask it, because we're going to talk with him and do some fan things. But with the chat moving up like this, like I might miss it. I can't watch it the whole time, especially I'm here by myself. So there's something. Star Wars Sakharon. I don't know if I said that right. He said Junkman is a legend. He's got that right. Junkman is a legend. That tastes like an ice cream. Callie from Scotland. I cannot believe. Why is this thing working? I cannot believe we have somebody from Scotland. What time is it over there? We got Maddie B in the house. We got Justin Reynolds back in the house. Opus Crump, who watched us play Jeopardy on a members-only live stream. We will be doing that again soon. We got Jim Schneider's in here. Christine McAngus says Saturday night. I guess that makes it all right. That is true. Junkman shirt must smell like an old Tamerlan. I don't know what an old Tamale is. Tamil. I don't know what that is. Get well soon. The shits. So what we're gonna do? We're just gonna have to waste a little bit of hour right now. Have anything I want to do? I kind of was like, I gotta save it for Rush, you know. But we're still gonna check. Why is this? Sorry guys. I'm going solo. I still need to hire a producer. Anyone out there want to make $500 an hour? Me too. I ain't paying you that. It's 1:15. Is that morning? In Budapest. Budapest. Crazy. We got Starlight Abandoned Witch Gaming. Hey, Junkman. And look at that. We got a member. Peter has been a member for 32 months. Just right there in the chat that he is here. He is here. Peter the Pumpkin Eater, who we played Jeopardy on member stream with Peter. Peter did good. He kicked butt. If you haven't joined us on our members only Jeopardy, we've only done it once. We're going to try to do it every other Friday. Would have done it yesterday if I knew Russ wasn't going to be here. Let's watch the Fat Albert Halloween special. Now that sounds like it could be fun. Did anyone watch the Junkman Part 4 Halloween special? I finally ended that. Was going to only be a trilogy. Did 4 parts. And we ended it. Kind of lazy ending, me just sitting on the floor in the middle of nowhere talking about VHS movies. But it was a lot of fun. Next Halloween, I'll just start trying to do something else. Over here, I got 102 viewers. Over here, I got 51 viewers. What's going on? Oh, current 51. 102's been here, so that means over half of you left. Can we watch the Bicycle Man episode of Different Strokes? That we should. I tell you what we will do. We're going to head over here. First, I'll tell you about a couple of new shirts. Get this out of the way. We got poster shirts. Strange Brew. Remember that? Strange Brew. I got one shirt that's the beer company, based on the beer company. This is my #1 seller. I cannot believe it. But there we go right there. Strange Brew. We got Fletch. Junkmanmerch.com. Fletch right there. Look at him. Looking good. You can get them in different colors too if you like them. And Heathers. One I might actually buy myself. Heathers. Anybody remember that movie? But there we go. We got more shirts at junkmanmerch.com. But let's head over to eBay. You want to go over to eBay? Now, I can't see the chat right now, so if there's another reason to send a super chat, then I'll see it. We're just going to look at some Spider-Man goodies. Spider-Man goodies on eBay. This is vintage. We're going to look at 70 Spider-Man. Just pulled them up. We got a Spider-Man shirt right here. Let's take a look at this. Now, is that a lady? Nope, men's small. The Amazing Spider-Man. That's cool. I need to copy that and put it on a shirt and bring it back out. What do you think about that? We got a Spider-Man bank. Don't put your money in no mutual funds. Don't put your money in the local CVS. Not CVS. You're not going to... CNS. Put it in this bank right here. Suits me to a T. I don't know. Look at the bottom of it. Why does it come with some milk water? Look at the bottom of it right there, though. Your money's going to fall right out of it, so might not want to put it there. We've got a Spider-Man helicopter for partial repair with accessories. Hey, that box alone is probably worth the money right there. Is it just the box? No, I don't know why this is just for parts and repair. I mean, look at this thing. It don't look that, look at that. What are you talking about? $125 offer right there. That's cool, though. I like that. If you're a Spider-Man fan, that's something you might want to dig into. We got another Spider-Man kid shirt right here. 1979. What a year. What a weird. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. Look at that stain. Some little kid got that shirt dirty. You need to buy some Tide. Got a patch. Superhero patch. 1979. Washable. Well, you can wash that patch. Another, we've got a lot of Superman shirts. That's a pretty cool. That's the same one. It's got a little rainbow looking thing down there. Another one right there. What is this? Amazing Spider-Man decal. Unused. You don't want to buy a used decal. Oh, I need a cough button here. I don't know exactly what that is, but there it is right there. And I do have an eBay store now. I've been selling some of my Star Wars and my comics. eBay store, man. Can you believe it? You can find a link in the community tab on the main page. Got Stan Lee presents The Amazing Spider-Man in his first full-length novel. That might be good right there. Look at that. He's fighting Electro. A lot of Spider-Man books. $125. Man, everything costs so crazy. Here's a Spider-Man board game. Card game. It's a Spider-Man, Captain America, Dr. Doom jumbo cards. Playing cards with the X-Men. Look at that Spider-Man figure right there. That's more 90s Spider-Man, isn't it? Let me know in the comments. I think it's a 90s Spider-Man. Let's go down here. Let's skip over the comics right here. Some cars. What's this got to do with Spider-Man? Is that Spider? Ooh, look at that. Human Torch. Spider-Man. I don't think I've seen these. Look at that. Captain America. That's badass. Wouldn't you like to have a car like that in real life? And another Spider-Man. Let's look at that. Awesome. That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. Let me just check over here. Okay, just making sure ain't nobody screaming in the chat. We can't hear you or nothing like that. Hopefully when Craig Miller gets here, we'll have the audio worked out. We always have problems when we have guests. Human Torch is that one right there. That's pretty cool. Where's that Captain America one? I like that, man. I like that in real life. Look at that. Captain America. That's cool. Let's move on down this way some. Got some more little shirt. Oh, I like that one. It's kind of like, it makes you feel like you're wearing a Spider-Man costume to school. Although it's just a t-shirt. Here's a cool-ass poster. Is that a live-action show? For the first time on screen, the world's favorite adventure superhero comes to life. It's reproduction, of course, but it's still pretty. That would look pretty cool on the wall. I'm not going to lie to you there. Got a Spider-Man shirt right there. That's not 70s groovy. Another Superman shirt. Look at this. What is this here? Carrying case. Super figure case. Space figure case, sorry. That's from Sears. Let's see what's in this thing here. You got this guy. Got some. I don't know who this little guy is. The big mustache. Got some. There's Robin. Wolverine. Look at that Spider-Man. Is that one of them Pocket Hero? There's a Ewok figure right there. $210. Man, everything ain't nothing cheap today. Ain't nothing cheap unless I sell on eBay and it sells real cheap then. Spider-Man gloves. I could do a whole video about gloves. No one will watch it, I'm sure. Spider-Man gloves. Is that? Oh, that's gloves. Okay. I thought it was mittens to start with. I hate mittens. Did you hate mittens as a kid? I know I did. Japanese TV show. What is this? Very rare Super Aloe Superman Japanese TV show figure. Dang, that's pretty dang cool right there. That's based on. Oh man, that's cool. How much is that? 7, 8. God dang, get out of here! Ain't that dang cool? Ain't much in this world that's that damn cool. Let's see. That's more new age. That's cool. Here's a vintage Spider-Man watch. What time is this? Time for Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. Die Spine. Ooh, it's Die Spine. Here's some, Pocket Hero figures. Done a video on those. There's the Hulk, and there's Spider himself, Spider-Man. Got a custom Mego figure right there. Got an old Spider-Man costume. What is this? Swim tube. I haven't done a video about swim tubes. There's a weird thing. Captain America. Captain Marvel. Sorry, Captain Marvel. Now Captain Marvel's a lady. What's this world coming to? Kraber the Hunter. More shirts. More comics. Viewmaster. Does anybody remember Spider-Man Viewmaster? I used to look at Viewmaster with one eye closed, and then it hit me years later. Yeah, you both eyes is in 3D. 3 dimensions. 3D coming at you like bow, bow, bow. Man, yes it is. Viewmaster right there. What is this? That's a cool looking shirt. Now, that would be cool to put on a shirt. 70s. Is this a real 70s shirt? Homecoming Comic Mego. I like that logo though. I like that logo. Why did I steal that? Some more shirts. What is this? A Super Spider-Man ring? Just Spider-Man's hand on his ring? Deluxe flicker ring. Maybe it shows a picture when you move it around. That's kind of neat. It's just a hand every time I see it, though. Spider-Man shoes. Spider-Man pin. Stan Lee Spider-Man shirt. Look at this. This is kind of neat. Spider-Man collector pin-up. Oh, I like that. Little Spider-Man. That's kind of neat. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. The original Webmaster Spider-Man. Ooh, a comic book shirt. Look at this thing. That ain't the 70s. Is that 70s? That looks too neat to be. This is 70s though. Very rare Spider Baby. Spider Baby is very rare. Let's see what else we got over here. We got Spider-Man, another Viewmaster. What is this, a belt? Yeah, Spider-Man belt. Look like something your daddy was spank you with. You think you Spider-Man jumping around the house? You don't get a spider. You get a spider spanking. Got an electric company. Remember when he was on the electric company? Electric company, electric company. Y'all scream in the chat, click on that. I want to see that. He didn't click on it. He went on past it. I'm going to do the video on these. Flip it. I'm going to do the whole video on Flip It. But there ain't that many of them. Maybe I can do a short on it. The exciting new Flip It. You can flip it, man. See? See this little boy right there? He's flipping it. Yeah, now you can flip your mom. Flip it. Always land on their feet, no matter how you throw it. Now let me know in the comments y'all want me to do a video on Flip It's. That's pretty neat. What is this? Pencil topper from Toy Biz. This is 90s, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen that before, though. Amazing Spider-Man cup. Pencils. More comic books. Spider-Man taking your picture. Smile. You want Spider-Man. More Spider-Man comics. Okay. Look at that. Spider-Man underoos. Oh, my God. Oh, look at this. Spider-Man helicopter. Up above. It's Spider-Man helicopter. Who's that up above? It's Spider-Man in his helicopter. Who's that above? Who is that above? Got some Spider-Man puzzles right there. How about that? That looks cool. That'd be a cool poster right there, too. I like a good poster. Ooh, a Spider-Man van. Hey, kids, get in. And I don't got free candy, but I got free spider webs. Snap together. That's a model kit for me. Spider-Man. Why do you think I look at $129? Spider-Man. Nobody knows who he is. Where he came from, nobody knows who he is. He's Spider-Man. What the hell is that? Ice cream truck. What the hell is that? What kind of car is that? Now that's weird, wacky right there. I like the ice cream truck, man. I like the ice cream truck. What is that Spider-Man car? I gotta look more than that. That was weird. Spider-Man. Okay, guys. I think we'll head on out of here. Oh, a Nixon comic with Spider-Man. Spider-Man versus Nixon. What is this? New 70s Spider-Man and Superman figure with parachute. Whoa, look at these things. Gotta be bootlegs, right? Look at that nose. Nose is caved in. That is freaky, man. That is freaky stuff right there. Let's finish this page of us. That's a freaky mask, I tell you that. Spider-Man. What's the 70 show? Where's 70 shows coming in? There's Gilda Radner. Y'all remember Gilda Radner? I bet some of you do. I bet some of you do. Gilda Radner. Here we go, guys. We're back. Is it moving? Let me know the stream. It looks like it's moving weird to me. I'm recording at the same time, which usually I don't do, so it might lag it down. So please, let me know if it's lagging it down. It looks like it's good over here, though, since we got new internet. You know, we get lag a lot, but then I got new internet. Cable internet had to go. Got fiber internet. When you're looking for the blue snaggletooth, I thought you were searching for my ex-wife. Oh, he said his ex-wife is a snaggletooth and she likes to wear blue. Okay, even for a 70s cartoon, the amount of normalizing in Fat Albert is too much. This guy does not like the Fat Albert cartoon. Looks good, said Andy all week. Thank you, Andy. Thank you all weekend. It looks really, really good. Y'all let me know. Should we call Russ on the phone and see if he's sick? Would that be fun? Should we call Russ on the phone? Y'all, if I get 5 thumbs up, I'll call Russ on the phone. Also hit that like. We got 49 people over here, 50 over here. It says 164 has viewed this video and left. Come on, I thought I was entertaining, man. But if I get 4 thumbs up, we'll call Russ live on the show. He doesn't even know it's coming. Doesn't even know. So that should be a lot of fun. Like I said, I don't know, we're just hanging out, chilling, waiting till 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Craig Miller will be on here. Hopefully. Everything goes good. We got to call him. We got 1 thumb up. I'll take Buzz saying call him. I don't think it. I ain't going to wait. I'll just call him anyway. We'll call him anyway. We'll put him on speaker. I haven't called him in so long. He might not even answer. He might be watching. Watch him not be sick. Watch him be a... Jerry Seinfeld's in town tonight. Watch him. He's going to answer, and I'm going to hear Jerry Seinfeld on the back. Why does everybody come to my concerts? One ring-a-dingy, 2 ring-a-dingies. He's not going to answer. That motherfucker gonna scream in my car. Is it Jerry Seinfeld, isn't he? Who wants?
Hello?
Oh my God, he answered.
Yeah.
You are on the live stream. You are on the live stream.
I thought you were going live.
Now I gotta do my interview.
No, I know that, but I just figured you were gonna do the video.
Now I gotta I gotta come early so I can get people here.
Okay, I got you. I didn't think you were doing that part live. I thought you were just gonna.
I already told people 8 o'clock, so I didn't want to change it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
We were sitting here saying we should call you to see if you get the Jerry Seinfeld concert or not.
Nope, I am at home.
How you feeling?
Pretty bad.
Well, just to let you know, I told the chat if we get any super chats, I will share it with you tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so there you go. Okay, well I'll let you go eat some soup.
All right, man.
Tell your wife to take care of you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, later.
Later.
He did answer. The Russ man answered. Russ is home. He wasn't at the Jerry concert. Why isn't Russ here? I bet Jerry's all concerned. Goonie Girl's in here. Well, thumb up Goonie Girl. Thumb up Goonie Girl. Thumb up Goonie Girl. Thumb up Goonie Girl. We got How Was Halloween? I didn't do nothing. Russ got sick, so we didn't do our normal live stream Halloween. I did my movie, and that took a lot of energy out. because I made that last minute. I made it like at 5 o'clock. I had to get up at 8. So I made my movie, and I was going to go to my daughter's house, and I was like 30 minutes away, you know. Like, felt right. Well, maybe about 25. And she was like, "Oh, you can't come until this time." And I'm like, "I'm old man." Yeah, I just ended up staying home. But I had fun. You know, I'm kind of weird. Me, you probably know, I'm divorced. Live by myself, although my son's here now in his room. Comes over. But I don't mind being by myself. Is that just a me thing? I know sometimes my daughter's like, "I gotta go home. My roommate's not gonna be there. You want to come over?" I was like, "My, I can entertain myself." In fact, I got to go up to Atlanta Monday for some stuff, and it's about past Atlanta, north of Atlanta, about a 2-hour drive. And at first I'm like, I'm going to go by myself. Well, I enjoy going by myself, but hey, maybe it's just me. But you know who we got in the chat? You're not going to believe this. Sometimes we have special, super cool people in the chat. Look at this, Group Therapy Podcast. You want to get your therapy and our podcast? Go to Group Therapy Podcast. Howdy, Junkman. Long time no talk. That's what I thought. So I hadn't seen this guy in the chat room in a long time. It's good to have him back. Get well soon. Russ Stevens' girl says sorry, dog's under there. We got How Was Halloween? I was explaining that. But yeah, I don't know if it's something good or bad that I'm okay being by myself. You know, I'm going to movies by myself. I'm going to toy conventions by myself. I like my own company. Okay. And you know, let's be honest. Most people hang out with me, I get on their nerves. Well, I do get on my own nerves. I'm not going to lie about that. I do get on my own nerves. Did anyone notice? No one even. Look, I shaved. I got a goatee. Junkman just has a goatee now. Although it's not much. I wish I could grow a real beard. As you can see, I'm stalling. I'm just talking. I'm just rambling until we get Craig Miller in here at 9 o'clock. I got 30 minutes to ramble. I guess we can look at more stuff on the internet. But, yeah, I'm rambling. We got Steve Gurr. Oh, I read that. Get well soon. We all die alone. That guy, I hope so. Well, I don't know. If you're in a car wreck with your family, I guess you don't all die alone. Yeah, busy at shopping, working on my channel. Always got to put in that work on the channel, but I'm sure that shop comes first. I do understand. Terrible Tim. R.I.P. Peanut. I did see about, my son was telling me about Peanut, the squirrel that was killed by the FBI, the CIA, or the government or something. And I was just like, man, this is crazy time we live in. They're killing the squirrels. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're shooting the squirrels. Killing the raccoons. I was like, what is this world coming to? Anybody want to talk politics? Anybody want to talk about the big election coming up? The big election coming up. Donald Trump's in my hometown tomorrow. But I'm not going to say if that's good or bad. I'll let you decide there. We're not going to get into that. Very device audience Junkman connects to all. Yeah. I'm not going to. I do get on social media sometimes and rag on people and have fun. I like seeing people take life too seriously and give them shit. But then it does cost me. You know, there's a big collector out there. I'm not going to say his name. It's not Steven Sansweep. A big collector of Star Wars. And they'll unfollow me because they can't take joking and playing around. But that's okay. I'm not here to be liked by everybody. I'm here to be liked by myself. And if anybody likes me along the way, that's okay too. But we got Craig Miller coming up. So, hey, Craig Miller liked me because this will be a second interview with him. Let's see what else we got. How about this right here? If I can find it.
Do the Bartman.
Oh, yeah, do the Bartman.
Eat my short.
Hey, don't talk like that here, man. Don't talk like that here. There are new toys as good as old toys? No. No, one thing they tried too hard not to be toys. They don't want to look like action figure. I mean, they won't want my toy. Sure, it looks more like the actor, but they got joints right here. I'm like, no, man. I want my figures to not really look like the movie guys. I want mine to look like a toy. Han Solo, Kenner. Does it really look like Harrison Ford? Let's be honest. No, it doesn't. That's cool. Let's talk about all the different Mountain Dew flavors. Oh, man. I've seen green. I've seen yellow. I've seen red. Man, that Code Red was crazy when that first came out. I've seen regular Mountain Dew. I've seen Diet. I've seen Zero. Oh, we got a super chat here from Neil. Neil sending a super chat supporting the channel right here. Why isn't Admiral Akbar's ship filled with water? I guess he can live on both land or water. I think that maybe that whole thing where he's related to it. He looks like a fish, so somebody probably just wrote some EU book and, oh, this race is in the water. I like when you did, I like Star Wars back before they explained everything, what every creature was in their own habitat. You know, when you had to figure it out yourself. In fact, before there was a Punda Baba, when it was just a walrus man, you made up your own story about him. Were you big on prank calls? Calling? I never really did it. I was never really good on my feet. I remember my friend Nick, he did one call a hotel, and Nick, I should say, called a hotel and acting like he was booking a room, and he wanted me in the background screaming, and he was going to be like, shut up or I'll beat your ass. And he was acting like a child abuse. I guess that was funny to us. I remember doing that. I remember calling a couple of gas stations, but no, that was about it. Tom says old toys are better. You are right about that. Old is better. Steve's girl says she loves Mountain. I drink too much Mountain Dew. Too much. Diet is my choice. Can't have that much sugar. I'm an old man. I don't need diabetes. Pumpkin spice Mountain Dew. I don't have anything pumpkin spice. I don't even have pumpkin without spice. I never even ate a pumpkin. I don't eat pumpkins. B-Gab is crying. Boo! Cry face, cry face, cry face. What's wrong, B-Gab? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me pull up, see if I got anything up on the hopper to go. I got toy news, but it's no fun without Russ. So, let me just see something right here. Oh, toy. I saw something on BuzzFeed I was gonna pull up. Well, let's check this out. Let me go back over here. Let me go back over to the web. Let's check out 22 of the best 80s toys you can still buy today. Let's see. Do they mean you can still buy like on eBay? Or do they mean like you can still buy them like new? Let's see. Glowworm. Glowworm ain't never released in 1982. Glowworm ain't going anywhere. I once saw Glowworm as a damn keychain. Game Boy. You can't buy an original Game Boy anymore. Said you can buy it for $79 on Amazon. Let's see. $109. That's shy. I figured I'd go for a little bit more than that. I would like to have a little original Game Boy to sit back here. I would like to have an original Game Boy. It doesn't have to work, really. It'd be cool if it did. To sit back there. Nintendo Entertainment. See, this has it. I guess you could buy an old one. Trivial Pursuit. I'm sure they got a lot of different ones now. 1991. Oh, Cabbage Patch Kids. Look at that nerd with the glasses. Oh, remember this monkey? Remember this monkey was always sucking his thumb? I'm a monkey dog. I suck my thumb. Remember that? You got Pound Puppy. Pound Puppy. The Funky Bumpy. Pound Puppy. The Puppy Bumpy. Funky Bumpy. My Little Pony. Is that what the bronies are into? $21 for a My Little Pony. Three-Man Chest. I've never even seen that. I have never seen Three-Man Chest. Never. $52. Ooh, sorry about that. Diamond Route. I had this. It was a pain in the ass. Took you hours to put this thing together, and they all fall down in like 30 seconds, if that long. Guess Who? I don't know how you play Guess Who today. It was like, is it a boy? Sometime. Is it a girl? It identifies as one. Jenga. Remember that? Jenga, Jenga. Make the tower fall. It's Jenga time. Jenga. That's not Jenga. That's Cushy Balls. How about Simon Says? It's not called Simon Says. This is called Simon. Simon Electronic Game. Man, I couldn't get past the first level sometime. Then you got Rubik's Cube, classic. I got a Rubik's Cube somewhere. It's over here. I can't reach it. Rubik's Cube. Master of the Universe, a.k.a. He-Man. Then why did they pick that figure as the picture? Why would they pick that picture as the, I don't know, Care Bears. Teddy Ruxpin. Can you still buy Teddy Ruxpin new today? Power Wheels. You can still buy Power Wheels, I guess. Micro Machines. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I had this alternate memory. I can swear they used to be called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Warriors. Maybe I just heard some adults say that because they didn't know, but I've never been able to find anywhere else where they call them warriors. Maybe it's just me. Bicycle wheels. Who puts no what kid today is putting bicycle stuff, beads in their spokes. No. That was it. That was, how many they say? 90, 22, I guess so. That was 22 of them right there. Whew. That went fast. Don't forget, hold on just a second.
Eat my short.
I forgot that was turned on there.
Aw, man!
Okay. I have the original Game Boy. That's cool. Like I said, I would like to have an original Game Boy. I don't know what happened to mine. You know how it is. You lose stuff over time. We got 56 people in the house. Hit that like button right there. I'm going to see how many likes we got. Will it tell me over here? Let's see. 37 likes. 37 in a row. So we've got Craig Miller, director of fan relations, coming up. I mean, I can't say enough. This guy, man, the reason you were a fan of Star Wars was probably, well, because you went to see the movie, but this guy kept you entertained, kept you around for Star Wars, kept Star Wars fresh on your mind, waiting on Empire. He did leave before Return of the Jedi. We've got to ask him. I got to ask him, why would you leave such a cushy job? Why, Craig? Why? I got to ask him that. That odd Spider-Man car, when you were looking through eBay, was shot out of a gun across the floor. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the Spider one exactly, but I remember some other cars were like that. Oh, okay. Thank you there. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. I think that's in the UK, right? I figured that out last week when I did a video about it. Bud said he likes mellow yellow. I saw a guy buying mellow yellow at the store the other day. Couldn't believe it. It's kind of hot up here. I gotta take this jersey off, I think. I have an original Game Boy. That's cool. Pumpkin Spice Mountain. I read that one already. The chat is moving kind of slow tonight. You guys, I'm by myself. Y'all gotta speed that chat up. Give me something to talk about. Cause we got Craig Miller not until 9 o'clock. We got another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes with Craig Miller coming up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. He's wrote 2 books. Let me pull up his books real quick. I should have had those ready to go, and I apologize to Craig Miller. Oh, let me pull these up real quick here. We did give Russ a call. Can you believe he answered? Can't believe it. What if he sues me? He's like, I didn't say I can put my voice on there. You're being sued. You're being sued, Junkman. Junkman, you're being sued. If you're members only, check out a video I posted today of what would have been my Halloween trilogy video. I did a test. Hey, there's my original video interview with him last time here. I'm trying to find his new book. There we go. Let's pull up these books real quick here. Oh, just a second, guys. I'm running the show by myself. Why is it only pulling up one book? Oh, I see. Well, there's his first book. I'll pull up his second, but there's his first book, Star Wars Memory, My Time in the Death Star Trench. Look at him standing from the Falcon on the Empire Strikes Back set in Hall. Craig Miller, forward by Gary Kurtz. We all know Gary Kurtz right there. Oh, look at that. We got a super chat from Steve Russ. Thank you, Steve. It means a lot. Really does. Look at $10. Might be Canadian 10, but still. I'm an OT, only Star Wars fan. I hear you, man. I mean, I can watch the others, but I have a love for OT, man. Have you ever imagined your own prequel or sequel? What do you think Star Wars sequels would be like back in the 80s? Believe me, back in the 80s, back in the playground, I thought about that all the time. Seeing Darth Vader fight Obi-Wan Kenobi on top of a volcano? Never did get that. But, yeah, I don't know. Sequel? I did do a video where, like, if I did the sequel, this is the way I would have done. So that's a little hard to get into. That's good questions. Both of them would take me a lot of time to think about it. But it's a good question. Prequel. I would like to see Anakin. I would like to see Anakin and Obi-Wan be more friends. You know, like maybe the first movie's like a buddy. Instead of buddy cop, buddy Jedi movie. Maybe they're in Jedi Academy or something. And they become really good friends. You know? And I wouldn't mind by the second one. Maybe there's a love triangle between Padme and Obi-Wan. Or something that makes Anakin jealous. Something that really built the tension there and made him want to go to the dark side. So that would have been kind of interesting for sure. You know. What's this say? New grape, the best grape. So I'll tell my son today about new grape. I gotta find me a new grape. Let me pull up the second book right here. Should have had these ready to go, but I didn't because that's the kind of guy I am. kind of guy are you? Oh my God, this is huge. Hold on a second. Gotta size that down. I mean, it might be a big book, but it ain't that big of a book. More movie memories. More Star Wars memories. Marketing. Genre movies. I'm having a stroke over here, guys. Generation movies in the 80s. Writing animation. Oh, I'll have to ask him about that. And more. Look at him hanging out with Frank Oz and a bunch of Muppet puppets over there. So that's pretty cool. There he is right there. Craig Miller coming up at the top of the hour. Oh, yeah. Too bad we're not taking calls, like I say, west of the Rockies. Who's calling? That'd be a lot of fun to do, that's for sure. Let's see. Marty B, I enjoyed that as well. Marty, what did Marty B enjoy? Oh, I enjoyed your Halloween neighborhood route. Thank you. I know it wasn't going to do that good. It did okay in views, but, you know, compared to the other ones. I knew it wasn't, but I thought it was fun to do. I don't know who can relate to this, but I had fun doing it. Sometimes I just make a video for myself. You know? Sometimes I just have... mid-roll. Okay, I don't know. It was asking me something there. Craig, man, I'll tell you, I got to send this link over to Craig Miller, so y'all be... Hold on, guys. Y'all probably be screaming, "We don't hear you! We don't hear you! What you talking about? We don't hear you! Your mouth moving, you ain't saying nothing!" 55 people over here. We are about to get ready for Craig Miller, fan director of Star Wars. How did he get that job? Probably wasn't something most studios had at the time. So that's going to be interesting. For sure. No, oh, there was no audio? Let me go back. Okay, see, I'm glad y'all did let me know. Let me know. Is there audio now? Now y'all missed all me saying all that cool shit. Chat's so slow. I know y'all, I'm in the chat. Let me know how that is, guys. It says everything's working just fine. It says everything is working just fine. No Jeopardy tonight. We're just going to do our interview with Craig, see how that goes. My son's here tonight. Usually he's not, so we're going to hop off, hang out with him a little bit, but I already had promised being that Russ canceled. I wasn't going to cancel the whole live stream, but I didn't want to do that, you guys, because I already announced it, and I already had Craig coming on and everything, so I said, let me go ahead and talk with him. All good now. Okay, all good. Hopefully Craig's audio is good. I have problems with this sometimes. Yes, there's audio. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Craig Miller coming up. Fan relations. How do you think he even got that job? How do you think he even got it? That wasn't a job, you know, that was really studios were probably doing. Something Lucas probably came up with. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. We got 57. How many likes we have? We have 46 likes. How 53? I'll give you that. Some of you might be watching on your app, on your TV app or something that can't thumb up. So I understand that. Let's make sure everything's running on the stream. The audio stream currently is 0. It's lower than recommended. We recommend you use audio stream 128. I don't know what that means. I'll worry about that later. You guys ain't complaining, so I'm not complaining right there. Craig Miller hung out with Miss Piggy. Yeah, the real Miss Piggy, not the baby Miss Piggy that has a diaper on. Gross. I hate that. But we will get into Craig Miller in just a few more minutes right here. Let me see. Yes, Craig Miller has answered my request. He said we can give away a signed copy of his book to somebody out there. out there. I'm gonna come up with a trivia question in my head for something for him, something related to him, and whoever answers it first will get a signed copy. Probably the U.S. Let's keep it to the U.S., guys. Sorry about that, but most of us is probably in the U.S. anyway. But so we will give away a book, his new book, which is probably his new. Well, I mean, we'll probably give away his new one. He didn't specify. But there it is, right there, 4 by Marv Wolfman. I don't know who Marv Wolfman is, but that's got to be one of the coolest names I ever heard. Marv Wolfman. That can't be a real name. Come on. Star Wars job is a dream. I could be a janitor cleaning the toilets in George Lucas's private bathroom. It'd be a cool ass job. As long as I get to walk in them doors every day, right? Get to hang out, especially back when Lucas had Star Wars. Right there. So we got about 10 more minutes right there before we bring Craig in here. Let's see what else we can. I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna pull it up, but I'm gonna read his little bio right here so we can figure out who he is a little bit more. Because I'll be honest, his name isn't that recognized like Lucas or Gary Kurtz and stuff. So according to Wikipedia, Greg Miller was Director of Fan Relations. I said that for Lucasfilm from 1977 to 1980. He created and oversaw the official Star Wars fan club as well as editing and writing for Bantha Tracks. Remember Bantha Tracks? He was the producer of the Star Wars Sesame Street episodes in addition to operating R2-D2's head in the episodes. As well as being a producer on Lucasfilm and commercials such as the Underoos commercial. He is also responsible for creating the 1-800 telephone number hotline for The Empire Strikes Back. I did a video on that. I love that. That allow fans to call up to receive more information about the movie and characters. The hotline was recorded by actors of the film. Craig Miller's documented his experience in the Lucasfilm autobiography, Star Wars Memories, My Time in the Death Star Trench. Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back with Gary wrote the forward, and we know that. He said, it's a book of stories you haven't heard before. Books about behind the scenes Star Wars you've never heard before. An insider's look from someone who, himself, is a fan and found the whole experience joyful and exciting. These stories are told in a way that bring you in and make you feel like you were there. Tell you, that sounds exciting right there if you ask me. That sounds exciting. Junkman Marv Wolfman is a comic book writer. He also created the new Teen Titans and Blade. Cool, thank you. Is that his real name though? Let me know that. Is that his real Christian name? Let me know. Never heard of him. Maybe I have. Just you get older, you know. Sometimes you're like, I didn't know that, and you're like, maybe I didn't know that. Let's see. Liked your Halloween Matt videos. Another person that liked it. Thanks. I'm glad. Like I said, it's mostly done for me. Would be cool to hear more. I like every once in a while I do some videos about my stories. If you hadn't checked, if you're new to the channel, and it was always fun. And it's always funny how like I don't know what's gonna relate to this. You know, this is me and my friends. And then the comments is always like, man, you sound like the guys I hung out with. So even if, you know, we're a different part of the country or maybe not even in the same country, it's weird how we all kind of had a lot of the same experience right there. Yeah, Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh, blue! Can you do that? I bet y'all can't do that. Oh, no, y'all can't right now. Now I'm just wasting out to get to the top of the hour here. 9 o'clock is the hour we're waiting for. We're going to bring in Craig Miller in just a second here. Craig Miller. I want to say Greg. I knew a guy named Greg Miller. Really big, fat. Turned out to be a drug dealer. Went to school with him. Turned out to be a pretty big town local drug dealer. He's in jail now. I think he killed somebody. But I just want to say, in my head, whenever I hear Craig Miller, I just think Greg Miller, and that's all I can think about. So hopefully I won't call him Greg Miller. But just a little fun fact about him. Just go to his house. I mean, he was always kind of shady. But lives in Kings Park. Kings Park. Let's go back over here. There we go. So we got a few more minutes here before we wait on Craig Miller. Let me think of I gotta think of a good trivia question to ask. Maybe I'll interview him and it'll be something he said during the interview. That might be good. Bring up a picture of Marv Wolfman. Let's see how hairy it is. Let's look at Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman. Not too hairy? Not too hairy. Let's see here. Cliff stuff. Not too hairy. Normal looking guy right there. There he is when he was young. There he is, dressed up like Superman with a big old horse on his TV. Let's see if that's his real name. Is Marv Wolfman his real name? Well, ain't gonna tell me on them images there. I guess so. The whole family of people called Wolfman? Let's ask OpenGB. Let's ask OpenAI. Let's ask. What? Oh, fuck. I gotta go through me. I just want to go to the main page. Where's the main chat page? I don't want all this. Just want the main chat page. Okay. Would you like to log in? No, I don't want to log in. What is Marv Wolfman's real name? Real name is Marvin Arthur Wolfman. I got to know the history of that family. How you got that name? How that last name came about? Because they say your last name always has something to do. You know, my last name is Junkman. It's well known for writing. Oh, let's see if he's still alive. Is he still alive? Yes, he's still alive. Let's see. Did he ever hang out with Stan Lee? Yes, he did hang out with Stan Lee. They had a personal relationship. Does he read his own comic books? Yes, he reads his own comic books. Man, everything. Why is he called Wolfman? Actually, this is actually his last name. What comics did he do? Wolfman did Teen Titans, Crisis of Infinity Earth, The Tomb of Dracula, New Teen Titans. Does he watch the Marvel movies? Wolfman expresses interest in adopting comic book series in the film, including the Marvel movies. Man, how about that? We are learning all about this guy today. Is he married? Yes. Does he have kids? Yes. Does his kids make comic books? There isn't much available known about his children pursuing the career. Oh, do you like comic books? I think comic books are fantastic. Have you ever read one? I don't read comics. Could you write your own comic book if I asked you to? Absolutely, I can help you brainstorm ideas. Give me a superhero from the 1970s who has a big butt and likes to fly around the sky with a big, with a big bad brick in his hand. Tell me his name and his powers. Okay, let's see here. Meet Brickman, a superhero straight out of the 1970s, named Brickman. Super strength. Brickman has incredible physical strength, allowing him to lift and throw heavy objects with ease. Especially his signature oversized brick fight can soar through the skies using the strength of the propel himself to thrust in bricks. Double defense. Background. Brickman was once an ordinary construction worker who gained his powers after a freak accident involving a comic meteorite. He embraces his new identity to protect his city from villains and disaster, always bringing a sense of humor and style, especially his signature tight spandex suit. Man, they said nothing about his big brick hand, did it? Big brick in his hand, I guess so. But there you go. Let's head back over and get ready for Craig Miller now. We had a lot of fun. You guys are like, that was fun? That was the fun you said we had? That ain't fun. That ain't fun. That ain't fun. I remember the book. Have you ever heard of the British series, The Tripods? No, I've never heard that. Does sound familiar. Bring up a picture. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break real quick, freshen up. Then we'll have Craig Miller, director of film relations for Lucasfilm, coming up in just a second, guys. Be right back.
Tastes like crisp little honey graham crackers.
Part of this good, nutritious breakfast.
Golden honey makes you smile and want to say, oh yeah, it's gonna be a golden gracious day.
Now, from one of the most exciting and popular groups in musical history and the greatest concert tour of all time, comes the most unique and entertaining concert souvenir ever offered, the Jackson's official Victory Tour Video Music Watch. This amazing limited edition 5-function watch gives you the hour and minute, the day and date, and even has a seconds display. Plus, it has this flashing visual display of the fabulous Jacksons and plays the Jacksons' latest smash hit single, Body, from the...
Okay, guys. Craig Miller is not. Let's see if he's... Oh, there he is. He is. It's show and stream. Hopefully everything's good. Let's see if they can hear you. We always have problems with this, so let's see if everybody can hear you.
Well, I'm here.
Okay, sounds good on my end. Let me get the chat and see what the chat says real quick. But we'll give you... chat's a little slow, so just give it a second there. Come on, chat. Let me know. Man, is that it's hard to see. Is that some Empire Strikes Back pictures back there on the wall?
Yeah, there's there's a...
I see Hoth.
Yeah, well, the top one is Empire, is Hoth. The bottom one is also Hoth. The one in the middle is from Muppets Take Manhattan.
Oh, cool.
Then the other two are Empire, and the top right is Empire, and the bottom right is Star Wars Publicity Tour.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, and the chat says they can hear you just fine, so we're ready to go.
Okay.
Okay, I explained to everybody you were the fan... I knew I was going to mess this up. Director of Fan Relations, right? Lucasfilm, 77 to
That was my
1980.
title, yeah.
Okay, now I'll just start... That probably was something unique at the time, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so how did you get involved with that?
Well, it was really kind of by accident. Back in the 70s, you know, today every other movie is either science fiction or superheroes. Right. But in the 70s, science fiction was thought of as stuff for kids and not really like grown-up movies. And the way you marketed movies in the 70s was you got like articles in magazines like Entertainment Weekly or People or something, and you got your actors on talk shows. But it was a science fiction movie. No one had ever heard of Mark and Carrie and Harrison, so they knew they weren't going to be able to market the film the traditional way. Charlie Lippincott, who was running marketing for Star Wars, knew about fandom, but he wasn't really part of it, didn't really know the ins and outs. And I just happened to meet Charlie, and I ended up, had me consult with him to help figure out the details of how to take it to fandom, how we went to conventions and did presentations and dealt with bookstores and comic shops and fanzines. And I was the consultant on that, and starting summer of 76, and then I ended up being hired full-time and spent the next 3 years at Lucasfilm.
No, 3 years. Okay. Were you hired before it was released, before it really hit big?
Yeah, I started consulting in the summer of '76, and then once the film came out and was a big hit, I was hired full time under the Director of Fan Relations title.
Okay. Had to be an exciting time to be right there at that cutting edge of Star Wars.
It was amazing. You know, I had just graduated from college, but I'd grown up a big science fiction and comics fan. And to suddenly be in the movie business working on, well, when I started, it was just a science fiction movie. But then when we finally saw it, you know, it was Star Wars and it was amazing.
Yeah. And I guess you were probably the one that started the fan club, right?
Yeah, Charlie wanted to do a fan club. George and Gary both wanted it. George Lucas, Gary Kurtz. And it became my job to make it happen.
Okay. So was that hard to get off the start? I mean, it's a lot harder to get the information out probably back then than it is today, something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean there was no internet, and so first was figuring out what we wanted a fan club to be. And I went and I met with a lot of people, a lot of companies that were fan club operators. They worked mostly for rock bands and occasionally for movie stars, but they ran those kinds of clubs. And I didn't like any of the people, not them individually, but just the way they ran things. And they were sort of, we'll take the stupid people's money and we'll send them junky stuff, and then we'll harvest their addresses and send them ads. And that isn't what we wanted. So we decided, based on my recommendation, everyone agreed with it, we'd run it internally.
Yeah.
And so I hired a staff that we processed all the mail. At first, one of our licensees did the fulfillment, although we created the membership kit materials, the poster and the photos and stuff. And I wrote all the issues of the newsletter. But after a while, we took even the fulfillment in-house.
Yeah.
Started doing that as well.
Okay, that's interesting. And you worked on, I think there was only 2 episodes, Sesame Street, right? When you helped out with that?
I actually, we were a tiny company back then.
Yeah.
And today, companies are like, they got 9,000 employees, and your job is go from the red square to the blue square, but don't go on any of the other squares. Back then, we were so small, everyone did everything. And I came up with the idea, because Sesame Street had started having celebrities. And I contacted Sesame Street and said, hey, how about R2 and 3PO? And they were like, great. And so I ended up somehow being producer for Lucasfilm on the episodes of Sesame Street with C-3PO and R2-D2. I approved all the scripts. The Sesame Street team, of course, wrote the scripts.
Yeah.
Arranged with Tony Daniels to come in, put together our own crew. We all went to New York at the scheduled time and did the segments. And back in those days, R2-D2 took 2 people to operate. This is the radio-controlled R2. So I ended up being one of the 2 operators for R2-D2 as well as being the producer for Lucasfilm on the segment. We brought 2 people in to be dressers for Tony to get him in and out of the C-3PO suit. And, we did the segments over 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. How hands-on was Lucas with the fan relation stuff? Did you have to prove everything from him? Or I'm sure he was very busy.
George generally approved the general concept of things. But he trusted us pretty much everyone at the company, once you were assigned to do something, he let us do it. I mean, there were things he would look at, like, the poster that we designed, I designed and Ralph McQuarrie painted for the fan club, and he approved our doing that design, that kind of thing. But mostly we were pretty hands-on. He didn't read each issue of the newsletter before we sent it out.
Yeah, I'm sure at that time too he was a busy man at that time.
Oh yeah, things were very hectic, and he wasn't that much of a micromanager. Things in the movie, of course, he approved everything, but this kind of stuff he left to us to do.
Did you have anything to do with those PSAs? I remember one was a drunk driving commercial, and one was an R2 smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, we did a bunch of those. There were posters and some PSA commercials. I was not involved with those.
Okay.
I did a bunch of other stuff. Like I worked with some of our licensees on commercials, like Underoos.
Yeah.
There's Underoos did a commercial with R2 and 3PO and Boba Fett, and kids singing and dancing around in their Star Wars Underoos. And again, I was producer for Lucasfilm on those.
Okay, yeah. I did a video on that Underoos commercial, and it's kind of creepy today looking at it, but I guess at the time.
It was kind of creepy working on them. It felt kind of like just this side of doing kiddie porn, because there were all these young kids dancing in their underwear. I mean, it wasn't sexy underwear. It was, T-shirt and stuff. But still, it just seemed a little odd because they brought out a choreographer from New York who had them doing, Bob Fosse hip thrusts and things.
I watched the video and it was kind of felt funny watching it. But at the time, I'm sure. I remember watching it as a kid, I was like, all I thought was I got to get some of those on the ruse. But you also did something interesting. I did a video years ago, and I need to update it. You were part of the person, or we might have been the person, that sent leaks to Starlog magazine, right?
Oh yeah, that was me. It was, we'd been working with Starlog on Star Wars. We'd had a really good relationship with them, but everything was embargoed on Empire. We weren't releasing anything to anybody, not the genre press like Starlog, not Time Magazine, not anywhere. But we wanted to do something with Starlog to thank them. So I arranged with Starlog. They did an article that came out in December of '79. I think it was the January cover date issue, 1980. That was all rumors about what was going to be in Empire Strikes Back. And I wrote the article, and they put one of the editor's names on it as the author. But I made up all the rumors and combined them with real rumors. And, George, as is well known, wanted to keep everything secret. He didn't want anybody to know in advance what was going to be in Empire. And so this was just a way, from the company's perspective, it helped muddy the waters, because there were the rumors were like, there's a jungle planet, there's an ice planet, there's a different desert planet. Obi-Wan is Luke's father, Darth Vader is Luke's father, just all kinds of things, some of which were true and some weren't, but people could argue about it. And we just wanted to add more rumors so that people really wouldn't know what was going on, but we just give them stuff to talk about. Yeah. And we also give Starlog photos that hadn't appeared anywhere. They were photos of the ice cave being overrun by the snow troopers.
Okay.
They were the first magazine really to get any of those kinds of production photos.
Yeah. Well, they were probably the biggest go-to magazine at the time for that fan base. Sci-fi.
Oh yeah, for in the genre press, they were the big magazine.
Yeah. So they knew that you were making stuff up too. They was kind of in on it too.
Oh well, yeah. We discussed it. That was something they were very happy to do it. I mean, we didn't lie to anyone. We said some of these things are true, some of these aren't.
I got you. It was more tongue in cheek. It was kind of. I remember reading it, and it was exciting to read. I mean, it got you pumped.
Yeah.
It did the job of getting pumped up for the next movie, and that's what you were trying to get us excited about. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and speaking of that, getting the news out about the new one, you worked on the 1-800 commercials. Wasn't it 1-800? Or was it 900?
No, they were 800. 900 didn't exist yet.
No, okay.
Yeah, that was another project of mine. 800 numbers, that prefix where you could call long distance from anywhere for free.
Yeah.
Were relatively new, and answering machines were relatively new. And I came up with the idea, let's have some of the characters have messages about what's in the movie. Because, I got the idea because movie theaters were basically doing that. They weren't giving away stuff about movies, but it was, you called up movie theaters and you got a recording saying, today in screening room 1, we're showing, Sound of Music at 3, 5, 7, and 9. And in theater 2, we're showing Lord of the Rings at this time, that time, and the other time. And I said, let's do it with these messages. George liked the idea. Everyone liked the idea. And we set it up. I wrote all the messages. And then we had the actors all read them and record them when they were doing their looping sessions. So they'd be in a recording studio already. And then people could call up our number, which was 800-521-1980, 521 May 21st, 1980, which was the date Empire was going to open. And you could call that from anywhere in the country and get a message from C-3PO, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Darth Vader. There were 5 of them. Oh, and Han Solo. You get one of those people, one of those characters, giving you a message about stuff in the movie, but just vague enough that you didn't really know what was going on. But it did really tell you things. C-3PO talks about being on an ice planet, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And
was it weekly or was it random? Would it change every week?
Actually, back then, today, we look at things today, it's all computerized, and a computer could randomly give you a different message. But back in 1980, the switching equipment was still mostly mechanical. So you would call the number and it would go to a phone room, and they had, cassette players. And so for the first month, you got the C-3PO message.
Oh, okay.
And it ended with, call next month for new message. And the next month, you would get the Luke Skywalker message.
Okay. That's the one thing, I don't remember that as a kid. And I wish I knew about it because I would have blown it up. But I heard a lot of people call it in that y'all's phone lines went down and stuff. Y'all had issues with it.
Yeah, in fact, within the first 3 days, so many people were calling, it completely shut down not just our lines, the entire 800 system for the state of Illinois, which is where our phone room was located.
Yeah.
And it became a big thing. AT&T, which back then was pretty much the only phone company, wanted us to stop it, and we said no. We had a contract. We didn't want to stop it. And so they made us add more phone lines, which we were happy to do. Stop all advertising, which I was equally happy to do because we had done no advertising. It was an article in Starlog, and when I went to conventions and did, talks and presentations about Empire opening up, I talked about it, but there were no actual ads. And they wanted us to apologize because AT&T didn't want to take the flack from their customers over lack of service, all the people who had other 800 lines in Illinois. So I was like, great, no problem. And we sent out a press release saying, we're so sorry there are so many Star Wars fans who 5 months before Empire comes out want to know what happens in the movie, that all those calls overwhelmed AT&T and shut down the 800 system. We apologize that it was that popular, but don't worry, we've added more phone lines and now you can call. And newspapers and news TV shows all over the country picked up that story and ran it. So we got huge amounts of publicity out of it.
Yeah, so I mean, that was your job, so it kind of helped you out doing that.
Oh yeah, I mean, we did it as a more or less a thing for fans and keeping fans interested in the months coming up to the opening of the film. This got us nationwide publicity, so far beyond anything we'd hoped to get.
Yeah, it got you a lot more calls.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the phone line was really popular, and then a few years ago, I found my copy of the tape, my copy of the master tape, when I was cleaning out my files, just clearing up things and sorting through my way too cluttered office. And I got it converted to digital, and I posted it on my Facebook page. And my friends started sharing it, and their friends started sharing it, and the whole thing went viral, and it just went crazy. And I suddenly was being interviewed by Entertainment Weekly, who ran a story on it. People were picking it up and posting them on YouTube, and you can find all the messages now on YouTube. And it just became a really big thing again. And Lucasfilm Archives called me and asked me for a copy of the tape because they didn't have it in the archives.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I think there's some outtakes also on that.
Yeah, eventually we found outtakes from Mark, Kerry, and James Earl Jones. And I put those up, and those are on YouTube as well.
Okay, if I remember right, did Harrison Ford do it at your house or at his house or something?
No, Harrison had already done his looping session. He was the first one to loop on Empire, and so I hired a sound recordist, actually a friend of mine named Jim Cannonbaum, who was actually a much bigger deal as a sound recordist. He did he did a lot of big movies, the sound for, but he was a friend of mine and he was a Star Wars fan. So he and I went up to Harrison's house and we recorded Harrison's in his living room.
Okay, that had to be interesting. You did get to hang out at the set, though, because I know I've seen pictures of you on the whole set.
Oh, yeah. I spent about 4 weeks off and on at L Street Studios during production on Empire. I wasn't on set during Star Wars, but during Empire, I'd go for a week and come back and then go for another couple weeks, and spent a bunch of time there.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about the new book in a second, but going back to the first book, what finally made you say, I'm gonna put all this into a book, all these stories? Well,
I've been going to conventions and stuff. I stopped working at Lucasfilm right after Empire, but I was always going to conventions and I was on panels and doing talks and telling stories about Star Wars and Empire. And for 40 years, people said to me, you should write a book. And I thought, yeah, thanks. By this time I was writing television for a living. I'd gotten out of the movie marketing business. And I'd written a lot of TV, but I'd never written a book. And I didn't know if I really had enough to do. And then some fans in Norway invited me to come to a Star Wars convention they were holding in Finse, which is the little community where we shot the exteriors for Hoth on Empire. And I put together a slideshow for them, and it was in chronological order, more or less, to just give it some semblance of thought. And then I decided, well, let me see if I can write a book. And I used that slideshow just as a starting framework. And I thought, do I have enough stories? I'd been telling them on Facebook and places, did I have a book's worth of stories? And it ended up, I thought, 40, 50,000 words is what you need to make it really a book and not a pamphlet. When I was done writing the first book, it was over 100,000 words and over 400 pages. So, yeah, I guess I had enough for a book.
Yeah.
And so, it just sort of, I'd been telling these stories. I just told more. There's a lot of photos in the book, as you know, and it just became fun. And now I've been going to more and more conventions talking about the book.
And I mean, Empire comes out, it's a huge hit, but you left after Empire. So I left Lucasfilm about a week after we opened Empire. Okay, was that just a personal choice, or?
Well, it was a combination of things, but George had told me that he was going to be closing the LA offices. I was based in LA. He was going to close the LA offices and move some of the people up to Marin and relocate all of Lucasfilm to have it all together up there. And that wasn't going to happen for about 6 months, but I thought, do I really want to move up there? I was born in LA. I grew up in LA. I had family here. And if I wanted to stay in the movie business at that time, George had decided he was going to make what ended up being Return of the Jedi. It didn't have a title yet. He was going to make that third movie and then stop making Star Wars movies. And I thought, well, if I move up there, there's no movie business. I'm just going to have to move right back in a couple of years to continue working. Yeah. And I didn't want to do that. So I figured, coming off of the success of Star Wars and Empire, was a good time to open up an office as a marketing consultant. And so we opened Empire. A week or so later, I left. I opened up my company, and almost immediately I was hired as a consultant by Warner Brothers on Superman 2, Excalibur, Altered States, The Hand, and a couple of other movies to consult for them. And I went on to work for Universal Studios, Disney, Jim Henson, and just continued from there until I got tired of marketing movies and got into writing television.
What TV shows you write? Any?
Well, primarily I write animation. Everything from Curious George and the Smurfs to The Real Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Beast Wars, and I do a lot of stuff for the international market. I've written shows in China, Italy, France, the Middle East, so just all over the place. Yeah,
well, I've got a lot of viewers that love like The Real Ghostbusters and Smurfs in that era, so they probably love to hear you talk about that. You probably could write a book about those.
Yeah. Well, the second book, More Movie Memories, is partially Star Wars, partially the other movies I worked on, and partially writing animation. They're sort of like a third, and a third.
Okay, is there a third book in there somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know. This second book just came out, and it's another 400-page book. Yeah. So I'm not sure I got that many more stories.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Like you said, you didn't know you were going to have enough for the first book, and now here with 2 books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you were Lucas, was that just mostly Star Wars, or did you help him with Indiana Jones or anything Lucasfilm?
Well, my primary was the Star Wars movies. I did have involvement with More American Graffiti, which we made between Star Wars and Empire. And I was involved with pre-production on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Some involvement with that. But the movie, of course, came out about a year after I left.
That's right, yeah. Okay, and we probably don't want to talk about More American Graffiti at all anyway.
No, More American Graffiti, we had some fun. We did some interesting things with More American Graffiti. It wasn't a big hit. It got made because Universal owned American Graffiti, and George had a contract with them where he still owed them a picture as a director. And they basically said, we're going to make More American Graffiti either with you or without you.
Yeah.
We'd rather do it with you. And George decided he didn't want them to do it without him. So he made it, but he was really more concentrating on Empire. So,
right.
It is not the movie that American Graffiti is. It's not terrible, but it's not a classic.
Yeah, I need to go back and see. I saw it when I was real little. I love American Graffiti, but it always gets a bad rep when people bring up scenes that shouldn't happen. That's one of them. Tell them about the new book. I mean, like you said, it's got you got to talk about the Muppets in there. You work with them.
Yeah, the new book, More American Graffiti, which has a photo of me and my then girlfriend, now wife, from the set of Muppets Take Manhattan, with Jim Henson and the Muppeteers and the Muppets. And like I said, about a third of it is additional Star Wars stories that didn't make it into the first book. Not because they weren't good stories, but mostly because I either hadn't remembered them when I was doing the first book. The first book came out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Or I didn't find the photo and art material to go with the stories until really during COVID, when I was stuck at home and I went through all of my old file cabinets and storage units to clear stuff out. And then I found, oh, look, here's the invitation to the rap party from The Empire Strikes Back. Let me talk about the rap party and stuff like that. So that's the first third. And then the middle third is talking about Superman 2, Altered States, John Carpenter's The Thing, Return to Oz, The Last Starfighter, Krull, just lots of different genre movies in the 80s that I worked on as a marketing consultant. And then, like I said, the last third is all about writing for television. I also wrote episodes of The Hunger, which was a live-action horror series for Showtime here in the States. It was on the Movie Channel, I think, in Canada, and played all over the world. Our adventures pitching to, but not actually selling to the Star Trek TV shows, and a bunch of other stuff like that. And some stuff about my continuing association afterwards with Lucasfilm, because they were always very good about, even though I wasn't working there, inviting me to things like all the premieres of the later movies in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I talk about what those were like.
Okay. How can people, the best way for somebody to get the book?
Well, the books are available. Both books are available from Amazon.
Okay.
They're available from Barnes & Noble and Walmart.com. And people can contact me if they want to get a signed copy of the book, I'll sell it to them for cover price plus shipping. Okay. I don't charge for signing it. It's more complicated. Amazon obviously can just go on and click on it, and it'll end up, on your front step in 2 days. Takes me a little longer to get books out, but they could find me on Facebook, or they can try messaging me on what used to be Twitter. Yeah. But Facebook's the easiest way to find me.
Yeah, and I'll tell people, you always putting stories on Facebook and doing pictures and stuff that people's probably never seen before, so you're always a good follow on there. Yeah, they could find me as Craig Miller, or they could find me under Star Wars Memories. Okay. The title of the first book. I've got pages for both. And you was gonna let us give away one, so later in this, I'm gonna give away a signed copy, so that'd be good for people. But absolutely, be happy to have a book. We'll, find out who wants it. How you give it away, and I'll sign it, and we'll arrange to get it to them. Yeah, and I haven't read, I know you sent me a PDF of it, I kind of glanced at it. I've read the first one, and anybody like on my channel that grew up in the original era or just love that original era, they'll love these stories, because like I said, I think I know everything about Star Wars because I've been doing these videos and talking about it all my life, and I was like, I didn't know half of this stuff. So yeah, I know. I've been very fortunate, and it's surprising today. These days on the internet, nothing gets all positive reviews, but the books have been getting really great reviews, almost nothing negative, and most of the negatives are about, Amazon shipping. Yeah. And one of the common things in reviews from people like you and other, old-time, big-time Star Wars fans is that they thought they knew everything and read all the other books, and then this was full of stuff they don't know. And that's because I set out when I went to write the book. No one needs me to be the 47th person to tell them how lightsabers work. So I made a point of telling stories that aren't in all the other Star Wars behind-the-scenes books. They're all first-hand accounts. It's all stuff that I was part of or involved with in some way, or stuff that I did. And it's all stuff that's just not the same thing. Gary Kurtz wrote the foreword for the first book. And the second book, I heard you talking about Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman wrote the foreword for the second book. You and I were writing partners for a while. Oh. So, I hope everyone will find it mostly, entertaining stories and stuff they haven't read before. Yeah. Like I said, most of the time I'm like, oh, another Star Wars book, I know all this. So it was very good. I got to let you go, but somebody wants to know where that R2 is back there behind you. on the shelf. Oh, up on the shelf. Oh, that. Yeah. That one is when 1979 at the World Science Fiction Convention, we did a big display in 79 at the World Science Fiction Convention in Brighton for Empire. Yeah. In 1978, there wasn't anything from Empire to show, but we did a little display, and Kenner gave me a prototype of the radio-controlled R2-D2 toy. Okay. And it's behind stuff. I can't really pull it out to just put it by camera. That's fine. But it was, the R2-D2 toy Kenner put out, which was radio controlled. Yeah. And I had it in the display, and while I was talking to people, I just run it back and forth around the table, and so that's that prototype from '78. It's great you still have it, and I'm going to tell you, I know them prototypes go for a lot of money nowadays. Yeah. So when you retire, you can retire with that right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've recently put up for sale a bunch of stuff I had, mostly through places like Prop Store, the auction house.
but I still have a lot of my, my posters. I'm sitting here under Star Wars and Empire, a Star Wars concert, and a Star Wars Taken poster up around my. You can't see them because they're in front of me. Up in my office, and photos you can see behind me from Empire and Star Wars, and some other stuff I've still got, because Star Wars, even though I've worked on a lot of other movies, Star Wars and Empire still mean an awful lot to me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But I want to thank you for coming on and sharing the time with us, and thank you for all the fun you gave us for Star Wars with the phone numbers. Even if the underwear commercial was a little hard to watch now at the time, we loved it.
Well, people enjoyed it at the time, and people are still enjoying it as just this weird thing.
Yeah, it's still fun to watch.
Yeah, you can find it. You can find the Sesame Street segments.
Yeah.
And the 800 numbers are all on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about the time we're living in now. All this stuff is stuff we thought we'd never see again. Like those 1-800 numbers are out there. Okay, well, I want to thank you for coming on. I won't hold you up much longer, but anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Thank you. Happy talking to you. I'll be happy to come back anytime you want. And
I'm sure they probably love to hear some stories about your writing days too, so we should catch up again.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, I want to thank you again.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks. That is Craig Miller, Director of Fan Relations for Star Wars Lucasfilm in the Golden Era, 1977 to 1980. What a dream job, right? I mean, I wouldn't have had that, wasn't working then, but that would have been a lot of fun. That R2, I gotta ask him for a picture of that R2 prototype. I wonder if that's a prototype store. I mean, prototypes are crazy to find. It's good they held on to that stuff, for especially Kenner. We're not gonna end the chat. I'm just gonna take a break real quick, freshen up, get a drink. So we'll be right back. We'll wind it down at probably about 10 o'clock in about 20 minutes, but we'll be right back.
Tastes like crisp little honey graham crackers.
Part of this good, nutritious breakfast.
Golden honey makes you smile and want to say, oh yeah, it's gonna be a golden Wednesday.
Now, from one of the most exciting and popular groups in musical history and the greatest concert tour of all time, comes the most unique and entertaining concert souvenir ever offered, the Jackson's official Victory Tour Video Music Watch. This amazing limited edition 5-function watch gives you the hour and minute, the day and date, and even has a seconds display. Plus, it has this flashing visual display of the fabulous Jacksons and plays the Jacksons' latest smash hit single, Body, from their triple platinum best-selling album and record-setting Victory Tour. But that's not all, because the specially designed package it comes in is really a full-color 6x9.5 official mini poster of the Jacksons in concert. They're going fast.
Okay, guys, we're back here. I tell you what we're gonna do. Let's hop over and watch this. Hold on just a second. Make sure I got. Let's watch the Underoos commercial. Get ready to get creeped out. More innocent time, I guess.
In the not-so-distant future on a planet called Earth, it's Underoos.
Star Wars Boba Fett is here. That means Darth Vader's always near. C-3PO is lots of style. And R2-D2 just makes me smile. Star Wars Underoos are here, yeah! Something out of sight in underwear.
Don't be so ridiculous, R2. Underoos are for Earthlings.
Oh, they're not going to let R2 wear them. They're not going to let R2 wear them. Not as creepy as I remember. Not as creepy as I remember when I did a video on it a few years ago. I think it'd be more creepier in the studio. You're like, weird. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that interview. It was a lot of fun right there. Learned a lot of stuff. Check out those books, really, though. What is this? Oh, check that out. Check that out, guys. Let's see. We all now on Facebook watch list. Yeah. Oh, FBI watch. I said Facebook. Yeah, probably so. But and those 1-800 numbers are interesting. They're on there. I did a whole video. I went back today to look see when I did a video on those 1-800 numbers. But it was way back when I lived at when I was at the other place. But I might have to revisit that, maybe update it some. Exciting interview. What a nice guy. I love behind the scenes stories. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That guy, it's a great book, great read, because like I said, I get Star Wars book. I was like, I know all this. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's a whole different side of Star Wars I didn't even really know about. So really cool there. It's cool they let him go on the set of Hoth and everything. That's cool. Strange Days. I remember that was a movie called that. So hopefully that was exciting for you. Kel said he's glad the guy didn't work on Superman 4. Well, let's not talk about that. Smash the like button. That's what I say, cornflake, baby. Smash the like button. 56 people here. How many likes we got? 63. That's not bad. That's more likes than people. We have 393 people. 57 now. What? People just leave? How do you look at this and leave? How do you click on this and go, ugh? I thought it was retro blasting. But that was fun. And if you're on Facebook, check out Craig Miller. No relation to Rusty Miller, the author of the Star Wars Jedi. I gotta get Rusty. If somebody find me Rusty Miller, we've got to get Rusty. He might find out I actually sell a shirt with Rusty Miller on it. So that would be interesting. So somebody, Rusty Miller. Rusty Miller's got to be out there. I know he did an interview with a Star Wars website probably about 5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. Got to find him. Got to find Rusty Miller. Now, next up, a trip to Mr. Horton's bike shop. Ooh, we don't want to go there. I have a Mr. Horton bike shirt, though. If you want to buy that bike shop shirt, you might enjoy that right there. Okay, I guess we'll give away a book. We'll give away a book. I was going to save it for the main when I cut that video out. But you guys support the channel a lot with live streams, helping the live streams grow and everything. So we'll give it out. Just trying to think of a good question to ask that was based on the interview there. So give me a second. I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. So I don't know. I can't really think of a good question off the top of my head. So I tell you what we'll do. Hold on. Speaking of Rusty Miller, we're going to just answer. Whoever can answer, I'm going to just go to a random question. Whoever can guess that will win the book. The first one. Group therapy. We need to do another episode and talk Star Wars. Ain't that to hit me up? That's odd because I see some other people doing videos. Nobody ever hits me up for videos. When it comes to, nobody ever hits me up. I mean, there's a few. Group therapies hit me up before. Five idiots talking toys and them of them. Of course, me and the friends over at Echo Base, we do stuff, but nobody really asked me to come on the live streams. I don't know. Maybe I'm not liked. Maybe people's like, oh my God, if I get that guy on, I'll never get a retro blasting. I don't know. Maybe I'm too controversial, but I don't know. I don't know how I ever talked to any other YouTubers. It's weird. It's like I ain't gonna hurt you. But great group therapy's a great guy. See, there's some of them out there, but yeah, I really don't hear much from people. It's odd. Maybe they're just. But then again, I reach out to people a lot of times, and guess what? I don't get a reply back. I don't like people that don't reply to text messages, emails, or anything else. I mean, there's some guys that do a reaction to Star Trek. I've tried to reach out to them. I think I wanted to come on and talk Star Wars toys because they were new to Star Trek. They were new to Star Trek, and I don't think they're dissing me or anything. I think a lot of people set up their Google email with YouTube, and they don't check that. They probably got a more email that they use most of the time. So I don't think that. And of course, I know some of the bigger sites, and they don't like it. Okay, I'm just bitching here. Okay. I'm still figuring out live streams. They're fun, man. They're fun to do. Not that hard. Just click. Depends on how you want. You can get fancier with Streamlabs like I use. StreamYard is just simple. Then you use the built-in one or your phone. So that's always good. But yeah, need any questions, you should reach out and ask me. I'll help you out there. Okay. Let's go. A question right here. Whoever can answer this question right here. I don't want to be too easy. Guys, that's too easy. Too easy. We'll do Empire related, I guess. I was gonna just do a random one, but the first was a really easy question. I'm not gonna ask a really easy one here. Here we go. What was Lando Calrissian's position in Cloud City? What was his title? What was his position in Cloud City? First one to answer that will win a book. Will win a book. 1-0 cheating. 180. Let me just see what the answer is, just to think I know. I just want to double check. Yes, I think. So y'all let me know. Right there, Rusty Miller. Somebody find Rusty Miller for me. Last I heard, he was living out in Georgia, Atlanta, so he might be close. Get him in. We might get him in the show. Get him in the studio. Okay, we've got the first one: Baron Administrator, Chief Administrator, Mayor Administrator. It doesn't say Baron; it just says Administrator. But we're gonna give it to Matt. We're gonna give it to Matt. He's the first one. I know y'all might see in a different order. I got Matt, Michael, Alex, Andy. Look at that. Y'all, maybe that question was too easy. But we'll give it to Matt. Matt, send me an email over at junkman@thatjunkman.com. And we'll get that book out to you. Send me your address, or if you can reach me out anywhere else, you can reach me out. But if you can't find me anywhere else, Junkman at thatjunkman.com. Send me an email, and I'll get it out to you. A lot of you guys knew that bartender. That's cornflakey great. But that's great right there, Matt. Send me an email. We'll get that out to you. And I think the guys here, whoever won the Thundercats book, when we did an interview with him, we're doing more interviews on this channel. Russ hadn't mailed it yet. Russ, I was like, I'm slow. And Russ like, no, you take, I'll mail it for you because I know you slow and shit. And he's been sitting on it too, so he's just like me right there. So, but guys, I think we're gonna get out of here a little early tonight. Russ ain't here. I'm gonna try to get Russ back here next Saturday. Of course, we've got we've got regular videos throughout the week. So you may know I've stopped the noon videos, but doing a lot of shorts. I'll drop you a line again soon. Group Therapy, check out Group Therapy podcast, and yeah, I'm glad to see Group Therapy still going at it. I know sometimes it's really hard to get that track, especially in the early days of doing YouTube and podcasts. I still can't do a podcast. I've tried to do podcasts, and they just tank. Nobody cares. So I'm glad he's out there trying. So check him out right there. We got Michael Russ. Thanks, Junkman. I was wondering. Oh, he is here. Michael is here. Russ, I'm going to get on. I'm try to get it mailed this. I'm going to try to get on him to get it mailed this week. He's sick, but let him get over the sick, and we'll get it out to you. I know you want a shirt a while back, and they didn't send it. They give me a certain number of shirts to give away, and I've done my limit, so I'm either going to wait till they give me another few to give away, or try to reach out to them. So I'll get it to you. It just might take a little while on that shirt right there. Over 4 years. Well, that's good. Okay, it's good. You still go at it. I mean, sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? My subs are growing. My views are about the same every month, and I was like, why am I busting my ass? But mostly, and I think Greg, Group Therapy will agree, we do it for the fun of it. The perks is the views. The perks is the extra money. The perks is, live streams, hanging out with you guys, getting to know you guys and everything. But what is this? Who's texting me here? Oh, Greg Miller. Oh, Matt already sent the email. I like somebody sends the email fast. Oh. Come on. Wants me to go to the eye doctor. Wants me to go to the eye doctor because I told her I can't see sometimes. But yeah, I'm sure Greg Therapy agrees. Most of it, top of the mountain, is the fun of doing it. 4 years is a long time. People ask, I don't know how long. I don't know when to count mine. Because first I did just clip videos, and then I did Star Wars junk videos. But I don't think I really took it seriously until I transformed over to the Junkman. So it's been about 5 years just doing just Junkman, I think. Well, I looked at a video the other day, it was 7 years. I was like, God, how long have I been doing this crap? Not crap. I love it. That's why people are like, why do you make a video every day? Why were you making 2 videos a day? Because it's either sit and watch some boring ass TV, or come up here, research some cool toys, Star Wars, or whatever, and then make a video about it. And it don't take that long. I mean, some of them take a little bit longer. 100% doing it for the fun. There you go. That's the main point right there. I got to get back in sort of comics and toys. Have a great night. Okay, guys, we're going to get out of here, guys. We'll get that prizes out to you. I want to thank you for coming on, supporting the channel, sharing the videos, hanging out. And we're trying to make it up next Saturday with Russ back in here. Get him back in here. He might even have a new chair. We've got our paid for that month. So he might even have a new chair. I don't know about that. Hadn't talked to him about that, but we'll see. I guess that's it. Magoonie Girl, Group Therapy, Michael, Cornflake Baby, Tyler, Matt, Bad, Revan Bad, Peter, Dave, Andy, all weekend, Alex, B, Gab, all of them's in here. If I missed your name, sorry about that. 49 people, 50 over here. What is that one? One chat rate. I don't even know what that means, one chat rate. We appreciate it. Sep, thank you. There's another one I take care. And we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you again. We will see you back. Don't forget, videos all week long. And live streams. Members of live streams will be Friday nights. Every other Friday. So we'll do a live stream for members next Friday. Play some Jeopardy. It's a lot of fun. Play Jeopardy and stuff. It's a lot. We had a lot of fun last Friday when we did it. So we'll do that again next Friday. Yeah, I'm just stalling. I'm just talking. Just trying to find my title.
Eat my short.
Oh my God. Let's get out of here. What am I looking for? See you, Junkman. See you, Starlight, Alex, Michael. Grapes. That guy wants some grapes. See you guys. Thanks. Oh, see, I had it already. Thank you guys. I screwed it up. Let's try that again. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Oh! I wasn't even on the right thing. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, Tom. Thanks for reaching out. Starlight, everybody else. Thank you again. We'll talk again soon. Hey, I did it that time.